These solar shields are designed to go over pretty much whatever glasses might be under them. So they will probably make a pretty good inventory piece that will work for a lot of folks. But, you know, just as is, you know, they're kind of bland, they're not very apocalyptic, and, you know, stuff like that. But we can change that. All right, so here's the plan. I want to take these glasses and turn them into a base for this veil. Well, it's just kind of a coppery mesh fabric. I want to drill holes, and they need to be big enough for that needle. So, this drill bit should do the job nicely. So I secured the set of glasses around something I didn't mind getting distressed, and I sanded it with my hand sander so that all of the surfaces were roughed up and you know, a little distressed. And if I want to add paint or other sort of modifications, this provides a good base. Sand the entire surface except for the lenses. In order to anchor our the bottom of our mask, we're going to put a bunch of holes in this so we can thread them. Now, when you're doing this, make sure you're safe. The bit of wood I have beneath that is on top of my workspace, and it's designed for me to drill into. Once you've got all of your holes that you need for your project, you should be good to go with the next step. So I threw this over to cut it to size. The rough edges caused by this style of preparing it is totally fine for the post-apo thing. I started threading it, and I basically did it once per side. You run the thread through, and just using a normal stitch, make sure that the knot on the end is sufficient to not go through the hole that you made, and start threading. I started the same thing on the other side of the glasses. This time during the process, as I was going back through, the needle got stuck, so I had to start using pliers to pull it through, which was super useful until the point where I broke the needle. I had a spare, so that's not a problem, but it's something useful to take into consideration for projects like this. You know, if you have an item that might fail, have a backup, unless it's prohibitively expensive to do so. I wasn't super confident about the threading being enough to keep the light fabric in place, so I put some super glue in, and I also used the opportunity to adhere it to the nose bridge. Now, here at the end of the video, I will learn why I should change up my behavior in this just a little, so that I don't wind up messing up the lenses in the future. But you'll find that out. Now that I've done the functional gluing, I'm going to do the cosmetic gluing. I'm applying glue in cosmetically convenient places, and then sometimes adding a little bit of stuff to that glue, like little threads of fabric, or different things that add texture to these glasses. Because once we're done, we're going to modify them further and make them look a little bit more post-apocalyptic. When I apply the glue, if I want to mess up the way it dries, I will apply a little mist of water, and that will make it look nice and gross. Now I take the opportunity to mechanically distress this with one of my tools. I don't know if that's, I don't think there's a fish scaler, or I think it's a tiny little saw that's in a pocket knife. It works great. I love it. I distress a number of places with different sorts of techniques, and just kind of go at it, give something for paint to catch on to. Okay, so the glue dried and had the expected results of firming this up and making it a lot harder to just randomly fall off. Now, it also had the unexpected side effect of, I don't know if you can see it, but right here, there we go, it's a little easier. There are fingerprints that have been super glue fumed. So it is a little bit difficult to see through these. Not impossible, but a little difficult. So lesson learned, but they look pretty cool. And this was super glue, this was manual distressing, and we can go back in and do a lot more with like paint and stuff, but this will get a lot done for the casual observer. All right, so we have our sunglasses based mask that looks like it'll hold up pretty well. This fabric is nice and glued. There is a contact point up here that's just super glue. In the future, if someone else tries this, I would definitely suggest cleaning these lenses before you dump a bunch of super glue into this this area here, so that you don't fume it and get a bunch of permanent fingerprints on the inside of this thing. So yeah, fun little project. The way that it works, it looks the part. We can add paint to this, add pigment, and keep doing the thing. But it looks gross. It looks apocalyptic, and yeah, I think that'll do us. So if you have any ideas on how we might improve this, any things that might make this a superior build, hit me up, leave a comment. Thanks. All right.